Turn it up. Turn it up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good to be back in the Pratt Pack Gym. And just a couple of things that I want to get to this afternoon before we head out as promised and have our time with Dave Pasquale tonight. We'll give you the betting line, the details behind it, and how we think it will affect the upcoming big game. And also, we'll talk about a wonderful business game that is underway right now in this region, thanks to the folks at Royal Dutch Shell. We'll talk about the current economic stimulus and what I believe the job shelf and the future economic stimulus will be very big over the next 25 years because of their billions of dollars that they are investing in our region. Now, Justin Timberlake earlier today, Man in the Woods, the LP, his latest, well, the second song is out. Chris Stapleton, Say Something, really good stuff. And by the time I got to it, literally minutes after it dropped, there were already about 250,000 views. And Filthy, Man in the Woods, of course, that very first single that dropped a while back, checking that out today, and that thing has already skyrocketed to millions upon millions of people downloading it and checking it out. And, you know, he will be the halftime show coming up at Super Bowl 52. So I wanted to take a little time and kind of remind you about this young man who has a birthday coming up next week on January 31st, who he is and how I believe he really has done it the right way. He was born January 31st, 1981, raised in Tennessee. Early appearances on Star Search, the all-new Mickey Mouse Club, and of course, one of the biggest selling bands of all time, In Sync. Solo album dropped in 2002, Justify, Crimea River, Rock Your Body, and it earned him his first couple of Grammys. Don't forget, James Corden will be hosting the Grammys CBS this coming Sunday night. You don't want to miss that. Also in 06, more hits, Sexy Back, My Love, What Goes Around Comes Around. And then, you know, when you think about those first two albums, they exceeded over 10 million in sales, and there was no slowing down for this young man. He was on the launching pad and definitely headed towards mega stardom. 2008, 2012, JT said, you know, I'm going to take a break from this music thing because I want to really, you know, get out there and do a few other things like act. And boy, he came up with some great roles along the way, and I think it's just the beginning for a long and very successful acting career. But you may remember some of the movies that he came out with in that period, such as The Social Network, Bad Teacher, Friends with Benefits, In Time. And then 2013, the 2020 experience, inspired by the sounds of the 60s and 70s, brought great tunes like Suit and Tie, of course, with Jay-Z, along with Mirrors and Not a Bad Thing. He's sold over 32 million albums and 56 million singles. His huge chart-topping single from the DreamWorks animation movie entitled Trolls, Can't Stop the Feeling, is still a big jukebox hit to this day. Now, from Grammys to Brit Awards, Billboard Music Awards, this kid has done all right for himself. He's going to be back, as I mentioned, National Spotlight coming up February 4th, halftime show, that mega stage that I love, and he will light it up for sure. That is Justin Timberlake's style. Whenever he brings it, whether it's to your town, as he will in Pittsburgh be June the 1st at PPG Paints Arena for a 7:30 show. The Man in the Woods tour will stop in the Berg. Or if it's the halftime show at the Super Bowl, you know it's going to be great stuff. Now, he's a wonderful entrepreneur, too. I mean, there's going to be a long life for this guy after, if he ever, and we hope that he doesn't, decides to hang up the dancing shoes. The record label, 10 Men, also fashion label, William Rust. Young man's got a great sense of fashion. And restaurants like Destino and Southern Hospitality. He's married to the equally talented and beautiful Jessica Biel. He's a father now, and he has definitely showed no signs of slowing down. Got some, well, folks, some, well, how can I say, family in the game now that he wants to take care of for many years to come. So this young man, I'm sure, is going to be ramping it up for a very long time. So when you think about the sweat equity of Justin Timberlake, you can only think one thing: hard work, and he always brings his A game. And I just wanted to take a little time to talk about a guy that I've always admired for many years. And I will be tuned in, Comcast, NBC, when he hits the stage for the halftime show at Super Bowl 52. And again, he will be in Pittsburgh on June 1st, so get your tickets because they will go extremely fast. Justin Timberlake, he just continues to carry the torch when it comes to a long list of pop icons, and we're happy about that. Have a great day. from the Pratt Pack Gym. And by the way, Jimmy K's in New Brighton, great place to watch that big game. You know it's going to be good food, good friends, and a whole lot of fun. Off the hook kind of fun. Have a great night, everybody.